I struggled with suicidal thoughts and self-harm tendencies from the age of 15. I had a fair number of traumatic experiences growing up, and for me it wasn't about attempting to take my own life as I was younger. It was about finding ways to cope with overwhelming emotions, and unfortunately better coping methods weren't well advertised, or pathways into getting support when it's so stigmatized weren't necessarily made obvious. For me, I tried to stay away from harming myself where possible, but unfortunately, when you've got someone in your own head beating you up day in, day out, it can be very hard to not think of yourself as the problem. Eventually, I reached a point where I was coping, and unfortunately, due to a lack of communication with one of my friends, didn't realise that they weren't. And I lost a friend to suicide in 2018. More than anything, it solidified to me that that's just never the right way to go. And I saw the impact it had firsthand. There were so many people who came to his funeral that we couldn't all fit through the doors. And that's such an immense showing of love, and you can't always see the impact or the reach that you have and the way that you touch other people's lives while you are around when you're feeling insular and not able to see that. I personally have been in contact with Samaritans twice in my life, when I was at the point of being on death's door, and that was one of the only avenues I was aware of at the time to be able to turn to. Since I lost my friend, I haven't needed to go down that route, but I have reached out for further support ahead of being suicidal, because I'm so hyper aware of the impact that it has on other people now. The biggest question at the end of the day comes back to, do you know where to go for help? And often in a time of crisis you might not, unless you've been pointed in the right direction. So hopefully that's what we can do for you today, so that you don't have to struggle alone.